Back to the Commons before Christmas. No carriage this time. It is, after all, the second Queen's speech in 2 months. And this time around, it's less about style, more about substance. For Boris Johnson, jubilation. This Queen's speech, not the dry run, but the real deal. Spare a thought for this man, heading in to watch his rival enjoy the spoils of victory.
You're in denial about your election defeat.
Furious, his political career's now coming to a close. But the election has opened doors for the Conservatives. Familiar themes, but with one big difference. A big Commons majority means these pledges are more than just fantasy. As ever, one promise trumps them all.
My government's priority is to deliver the United Kingdom's departure from the European Union on the 31st of January. My ministers will bring forward legislation to ensure the United Kingdom's exit on that date.
Brexit's path through Parliament now finally clear, but the people's priorities extend beyond Brexit.
For the first time, the National Health Service's multi-year funding settlement, agreed earlier this year, will be enshrined in law.
Guaranteed funding for the health services, a promise to review social care.
My ministers will seek cross-party consensus on proposals for long-term reform of social care. They will ensure that the social care system provides everyone with the dignity and security they deserve.
Policies not just for the grey vote, but the young too.
My ministers will increase levels of funding per pupil in every school.
And tougher sentencing laws in the wake of the London Bridge terror attack.
New sentencing laws will ensure the most serious violent offenders, including terrorists, serve longer in custody.
The leaders heading back to the Commons. On that matter, they disagree, and bitterly.
Those who were swayed by the Prime Minister's promises will be sorely disappointed. As this Queen's speech shows, what the government is actually proposing is woefully inadequate for the scale of the problems that this country faces.
But in this place, the winner takes all. Mr Johnson not just planning a term in power, but a decade.
This is not a programme for 1 year or one Parliament. It is a blueprint for the future of Britain. Just imagine where this country could be in 10 years' time.
Never one to undersell himself or his ambition.
I do not think it vainglorious or implausible to say that a new golden age for this United Kingdom is now within reach. And in spite of the scoffing, in spite of the negativity, in spite of the scepticism that you will hear from the other side, we will work flat out to deliver it.
A couple of months ago, I stood here talking about a Queen's speech that was pure political theatre. It was a policy wish list, but it was never in the Prime Minister's gift. Well, this election has given him the perfect Christmas present, a massive majority which he can use to reshape Britain in a way not seen since the days of Thatcher or Blair. It makes him one of the most powerful post-war Prime Ministers this country has ever seen. A Prime Minister with the opportunity to build a new Britain and leave a real personal legacy as others have before him. But his success depends too on delivering Brexit without damaging the economy and keeping a wounded Labour Party at bay. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.